In this video, I'm going to show you 2 stretches that you can do for muscles that really commonly get tight in the front of your leg, your anterior chain, your quadricep muscle, and your hip flexor muscles. So why do these muscles get tight? Because we spend a lot of time sitting during the day. So your hip flexor is a muscle attached to the front of your hip, and then it attaches on the front side of your lumbar vertebrae. So if it's in a short position for long periods of time, that muscle is going to get short. And man, it is rare that we have someone come into our clinic that has really long hip flexors because most people spend a lot of time in a sitting position. So how do we combat that? First thing we're going to do is a really simple kneeling hip flexor stretch. So I suggest you have a pillow on the floor if you've got a hard floor. Make sure you're not bashing up your knees, but come down into a kneeling position. And then from here, what you're going to do is lean forward a little bit. Now, what you don't want to do is lean forward like this and get a ton of extension in your spine. You'll feel a stretch in the front of your leg where you're going to chew up your lower lumbar spine, which usually we see in our clinic for a lot of issues, so definitely don't do that. What you want to do is kind of do a pelvic tilt. So what that means is I'm going to rotate my pelvis back, so you'll feel kind of muscles in the abdomen kind of pull this pelvis forward so that you're not in a lot of extension. So if you want to try to find that spot, this is the opposite position you want to be. Try to sit up or kind of push your head up towards the ceiling and kind of bring that pelvis underneath you. And then from there, what you're going to do is just come forward until you feel a pull in the front of the leg. Now, you might feel this right in front of the hip. You might feel this a little bit down into your quad because we're also going to be stretching that muscle out a little bit. But you want to feel kind of a pull through the front of the hip, maybe a little bit into the quad. If you want to add a little bit extra to this, all you need to do is take that hand that's on that side and you can kind of lean to the side and you'll feel that a little bit more. Remember, this muscle attaches here and goes and attaches through your abdomen right on the front side of those lumbar vertebrae. So you're going to feel kind of a stretch there. If you're going to hold that stretch, I want you to hold it for at least 2 minutes so we can lengthen out that tissue. The next thing we're going to do is a stretch more for your quadriceps. We're going to get your knee in a little bit more flexion, but it's going to look kind of similar to this. So hold on to something that's stable. You can use a couch, a chair, something where you can kind of hook your foot into, and then from here, we're going to lower down, and now we've got a lot of knee flexion. As we flex the knee, we'll put more stress onto the quadricep muscle, and then same thing from here. We want to try to tilt that pelvis, and you can feel it. When you tilt that pelvis up, you're going to feel a pretty good pull in the front of that quadricep muscle. And you can kind of lean back with this one. The more you lean back, the more pull you're going to feel in that quad. You want to feel a good stretch in front here, but not pain. And again, same thing. We're going to hold that for 2 minutes. Those are the 2 best stretches I can give you if you want to loosen up some of the muscles that chronically are tight in the front of the hip and in the quadricep. All right, if you like that information, there'll be more information below, some more exercises and stretches that you can do to try to help loosen up these muscles. If you like this kind of content, then of course, like this video and subscribe to our channel. You'll get more of it. All right, guys, good job, and we'll just keep moving.